Yo, what is going on, SoFi investors? I have a major SoFi update for you guys. It happened a few days earlier in the week, but I want to bring you the news regardless. Okay, Anthony Noto, the CEO of SoFi, just bought even more shares. On 5/3, he bought 28,775 shares at a price of $6.90. And woo, baby, look at all these shares. 8 million shares he owns now, guys. OMG. Anthony Noto continues to believe in the company that he's building, and he thinks at the current prices, it's a very strong value on the market right now. Real quick, if we go over to the ownership breakdown, for the first time in a really long time, SoFi is over 40% of institutional ownership. 430 million shares are owned by institutions. So institutions and insiders are taking more shares away from the general public. If you're a retail investor like all of us, do not sell your shares to Anthony Noto and these institutions on the cheap, right? If we take a look at the institutional ownership breakdown, the Vanguard Group is the biggest shareholder, 81 million shares. They own over 7, almost 8% of the company. They increased their stake recently by 6.62%. ARK Invest has been buying up shares to over 16 million shares. And then Anthony Noto just increased his stake by 5%, and now he owns 8 million SoFi shares, closing in on 1% of all the shares outstanding. It's pretty cool stuff, guys. You gotta love when Anthony Noto, or if you're invested in another company, when the CEO buys the shares on the open market. If you look, here are all the buys and sells over the last year. Christopher Lapointe, the CFO, and Anthony Noto are buying shares since November. And Chad Borton, the guy who just left the company, and Jeremy Rochelle, I'm pretty sure he's the other guy that left, they sold all their shares, or most of their shares, after they vested already. Chad Borton has sold a ton of shares, man. But Anthony Noto, our guy, is just adding more and more shares. Just bought almost 30,000 more shares of SoFi. Let me know in the comments below. Are you adding to SoFi at this price target, or you just kind of want to see how it plays out a little bit? I think as long as they continue to increase members and then interest rates don't go crazy on the high side or the low side, as long as they don't go up or down fast, Powell already said that they won't raise rates again. So that's a good thing. But we have to hope for SoFi's sake that they don't decrease the rates too fast, right? Because the way that they book their loans has a lot to do with interest rates on how they mark those specific loans. So we want it to be a slow, gradual decrease of interest rates so it doesn't screw over the company, right? But Anthony Noto is buying shares on the open market. Are you buying shares? I added 200 shares this past week, and I'm sitting right around 3,500 in my big dog account. And I got another 700 shares or so spread out between IRAs and other little baby accounts. All right, let me know how many SoFi shares you own in the comments below. If you like these kind of videos, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks again, guys. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace.